but that's life on the
Don't
road.
shoot! Bert, it's me!
Carmen, what the hell are you doing here? Where's Hitch? Who's there?
Who made that noise?
Fuck. Start
Got a
talking.
nice pair of cement shoes for you.
Engaging.
So,
Who's loud? Wait, Hitch is Chinaman?
Yeah, he didn't make it either. I think it might have been a group of guys we used to work with.
Motherfucker!
Whatever you dish
Wait,
out,
I
I do
never
not.
gave the access code to this place.
Hitch gave it to me. He was coughing up blood when he did, but he wanted me to get back to him.
No. I don't like this. You refer a foreign supplier to us, and just as we meet with him, a part of our group gets taken out.
What are you saying?
Shut up! Even if what you're saying is true, how do I know you weren't followed?
What was that?
You could have led them right back to us.
I heard something move. Be on the guard.
I have not been programmed to obey.
another dead. Sure can.
Field compromised.
Another one in the ground.
Well, that was fun.
I'm way too old for this.
Gotta be honest. Saw my life flash before my eyes a couple times there. Whew. But we're alive. Somehow.
We came in with a plan and everyone stuck to it.
Is that what it was? Seemed like more or less we were winging it by the end there. But hey, it worked.
Anyways, the hotel is ours. All that's left to do is to get these supplies out of here and into the hands of the people who need them. For a small price, of course.
Don't we need to continue?
I'm not in need of any more muscle, if that's what you're implying. But I may need help moving these supplies. If only I knew someone with experience in that regard.
You mean me? I don't know, Zen. I kinda wanted to leave this all behind.
Look, I certainly don't believe in karma, but clearly you've got some shit to atone for. Why don't you sell the supplies instead? That clinic isn't going anywhere. Maybe you could use it to actually do some good. Besides, I'd have difficulty storing all this anywhere else.
Storing it? So what would that make you? My supplier?
Looks like. So what do you say? Partners?
Partners.
I think I might cry. If I had tear ducts, that is.
Yeah.
Well, before we all ride off into our designated sunsets, I do have one last question. Where exactly is this chem lab, anyway?
Room 62. Top floor, right by the elevator. Why?
Well, I found a key to a room on one of the guards, but I'm not sure which door it belongs to.
Huh. Never seen it. I don't think it's the lab key, but I haven't been here for a while.
I'm sure we'll figure it out sooner or later.
Well, I guess that means we're done here. Thanks again for all your help. You've more than earned your fee.
It was nice to meet you, Carmen. And Zen, always a pleasure. Do take care of yourself, darling.
See you around, Audrey. But please, in small doses.
My dear, I can't promise anything.
Excuse me.
Ni hao.
Why do you pick that stuff up? Wait, don't tell me. You're going to make a house out of it.
Don't have the key.
It looks like Murphy was doing more than smuggling chems. These look like refugees. Synths, maybe, but I can't say for sure. What's your name, child? They're too frightened to speak, and I can't say I blame them. But we can't just leave them here, either. Perhaps we should ask our mutual friend in the railroad how best to proceed.
Hey,
Drink this. You look a little parched.
sweet.
Hey.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
Huh?
Hey, nice to meet you. You...
Need something? What's going on?
Not many doctors around these days.
Heard about what happened at the waterfront. Don't know if those kids are really synths, but we'll find them a good home regardless. The question is, what were they doing there? Did you find anything else at the hotel? Anything that might shed a light on what happened?
I did. Can you take a look at this?
Shit. Not sure what to make of it. According to this, the drop was handled by an agent named Castle. That's impossible.
Why do you say that?
Castle's dead. Not just dead like. I heard it through the grapevine that he stepped on a frag dead. I mean, dead. Dead. I should know. I'm the one who killed him. Castle was a heavy. And I don't just mean the guns. He was one of those people who was all about the big picture, heavy into the ideals. He hated that we blended synths back into society. He felt like it didn't help the cause because people just assumed that they were human. Castle wanted a world where synths didn't have to hide. And he didn't want to wait for it.
And you? What do you think?
I'm too old to be idealistic. It's not the first time a friend's turned their back on me. Truth is, after what happened to me in DC, it was hard to trust anyone. And even when you do find somebody, there's always a part of you that isn't sure if the next person's gonna betray you. But the one thing about Castle is, he never betrayed his ideals. In the end, that's what he was loyal to. In a weird way, I could respect that.
So, what happened?
He started outing synths. He thought if he put a face to their fear, but all he ended up doing was putting their lives in danger. In the end, I think he knew he fucked up. When I finally found him, he was just sitting there, in the rain, staring at an old tire swing. He asked me if his wife would forgive him. I told him I didn't know.
So, what next?
Well, if we want to find out if Castle's alive, the first place to check would be his grave. Doesn't take a deer stalker hat to follow the trail from there.
I don't have any more questions.
All right, let's go check on that grave.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
money with that one.
What? Oh man, please don't be ferals again.
We need the key.
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that?
I've done this hundreds of times. Think you'll be any...
It's hard not to get twitchy in places like this. At this point, I'm conditioned to think every cemetery is infested with ghouls. Not sure when America turned into the world's worst
My
monster
dear,
movie.
you're dead and
At
you
least the
don't
jump
even
scares are
know it.
fresh.
You gotta do what it takes to survive. Don't let them. Just hanging with us was their last mistake.
Here's the burial chamber. His coffin should be over on the left. Well, that's Castle. Doesn't get much better than that. Guess the same goes for our trail.
Are you sure?
Well, never hurts to check the body. Can't tell you how many times I thought a feral was dead, only to have it turn my boot into breakfast. Might find a clue too if we're lucky. One time, I found this pretty strong harness on a raider, but it was ugly, so I ditched it. Any luck?
I found this.
Huh. Looks like a business card from Memory Den. Experience the memories of your favorite celebrities, athletes, and artists here at the Memory Center. No, that can't be right. Memory Dens are supposed to let you relive your own memories, not the memories of other people. Still, at least we have another lead. Best thing to do is go to the address and check it out. Holy shit, what popular
One thing's for sure.
Damn. Looks like they blew up the tunnel and trapped us all in. And by the way this place is shaking, it feels like the whole place might cave in. Look for a rail sign, another lever, a switch, something to get us out of here.
They have anything good on them?
By the way, there's something I didn't mention back there. One of those attackers... I think I knew him. Went by the codename Chaplin. Didn't know him well, mind you. Fact is, I only met him once. It was the day he gave me the lead on how to find Castle. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy thing is, the guy I met, he hated Castle. I think his exact words were, I want him to suffer. Now they're working together? Shit would only make sense if his memory got wiped, and that only works on synths.
Working together? What do you mean by that?
Well, my guess is they were trying to 86 the corpse. But getting rid of the body means nada if you got 2 witnesses. Point is, Chaplin went dark months after Castle died. If he had a problem with how it went down, no one told me. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about who we'll run into next.
Anyone else who was around back then?
You mean someone that isn't with the railroad now? I mean, people go dark all the time, either they die or their cover's blown, or maybe they just want out. But when they do, they never come back. Not like this.
What's our next move?
According to the business card, the memory center isn't too far from here. That should tell us more. Let's go.
What the hell was that?
Come out and spot.
Scared. Just like a little... This is bullshit.
Something's here, darling. Ready to shoot.
Guess no one's working the desk.
We have a
Maybe they're
situation.
stepped out in the break.
You will clean that before you use it, right?
Hey, you want to head out again, just let me know. A memory lounger. Doesn't look too different from the ones in Good Neighbor. I know it's just screaming for you to sit on it, but let me check what this terminal says first. Let's see. Looks like there's 3 memories stored in this machine. You can pick the memory using this terminal. I say we watch them in order. You wouldn't watch Adios Muchachos 2 before the original, would you? Same rules apply. Just sit in the chair and I'll run the sim.
So is it possible or not?
No, I'm afraid not. The machine is designed to extract memories, not alter them.
Couldn't you just reverse the process?
That's not how it works. If you put a drop of ink in a glass of milk, you can't remove the ink without emptying the glass. A memory is part of who you are.
Then you're free to wipe it all. I would not mind starting fresh.
Oh, what about your memories of us, our friendship?
What do you think it is I want to get rid of so badly?
If you want my opinion, I think you should toss this fool's idea out with the rest of the garbage. People obsess over the past enough. They don't need to revisit it. The nostalgia you crave is nothing more than an opiate.
Does that mean you're married to a drug dealer?
Only until you sign the divorce papers. And as for you,
Altering your memories won't do you any good, and I have proof.
And what would that be?
Well, remember that scene we did for that mystery movie? How many takes did you ask for before you were satisfied?
Jesus, I had to be close to 25.
And what was the first thing you said when we saw it at the theater?
That I wish we did about 5 more takes.
You see? You can change your memories all you want, but you're never going to be satisfied with the result.
Doesn't mean it's not worth a try. I mean, if you had the chance to go into your brain and rearrange a little furniture, wouldn't you do it?
If I had your memories, maybe I would.
Very funny. But let's say in theory I really did want to do it. Would it be possible using this machine?
Why even use the machine? Why not just replace your entire brain? All we'd need is a willing donor and a perfusion emulator.
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain!
Sorry.
I could, but my wife hates horror movies.
Not unless I'm getting paid to act in them.
But it is possible to use the machine to implant memories instead of extracting them.
Anything is possible. Practical is another story. And even we found someone to donate the memory, there are consequences to consider. I don't think you realize the level of danger involved.
What do you mean?
We aren't talking about growing a beard or borrowing your neighbor's hat. Incorporating other people's memories is fundamentally changing who you are. Your entire mind could be replaced without you even knowing it.
In theory, anyway. You've never actually done it.
My theories are usually right.
Well, I'd be willing to wager that you're wrong.
And there it is. It wouldn't be a discussion between you two without money changing hands.
It's not your money you'd be gambling with. Are you really willing to offer yourself up as a test subject?
Me? Of course not. I want to make sure it works first. We could find someone off the street, pay him a few dollars, get them to sign a waiver.
You two do realize the ethical quandary that poses?
Oh, ethics schmethics. Your husband's a doctor. He should know scientific discovery requires bending the rules from time to time.
Only if you went to the Transylvanian School of Medicine.
If we're doing this, and it's a big if, the memory in question has to be completely innocuous. We don't want to traumatize the patient.
Sure. In fact, what about this conversation right here? Just a harmless bit of dialogue between 4 good friends.
God forbid you infect someone with your brain.
She's right. You're too invested in this. The memory is so strong it might infect the patient.
What about her? She's a neutral party.
I suppose it could work.
The best laid schemes of mice and men.
Then it's a deal.
Hey, you want to head out again? Just let me know. Whoa. That looked pretty intense. And a lot more real than the memory lounges back home anyway. Why don't you take a minute to get your bearings and I'll see if I can't find out who those 3 were. From what it says here, that was a default memory. Something to give you an idea of how the whole implant thing works. You know the old saying, if you want to know someone, you have to walk a mile in his shoes? Well, this machine is the literal version. But the way they were talking, it's like the memories infect your mind. Make you more like the person you're simulating. Kinda creepy if you think about it. Anyways, according to this, that conversation happened centuries ago. But they never got round to opening up. Bombs fell and the business went with it. But the next century is way more recent. That might be our clue. Take a seat and I'll fire it up.
Jesus. It felt so real.
Crazy, isn't it? It's a brochure to explain how the whole thing works. It's too bad there isn't more.
I don't give a shit. As long
going to have to make it count.
I know the one.
Good. If what this says is true, and the memory's strong enough, your mind, your ideas, your soul even, live on through the program. Still, there's no guarantees. Identities take a lifetime to forge. It seems pretty far-fetched, one memory to have that much impact.
Doesn't matter. The point isn't to force anyone into believing me. I just want to show them what happened. After that, it's up to them to make up their own minds.
Hey, you want to head out again? Just let me know. That was Castle, alright? Not a real ghost, but as close to one as you can get. Not sure about the others, though.
The others?
There were 3 others, counting yourself. The woman looked like muscle. Don't know about the ghoul. All in all, not much to go on, really. We already knew Castle was here. Let me check the terminal again, see if there's anything else. Looks like there's a 3rd entry. This is probably the memory Castle wanted to implant. The strange thing is, they're in separate files. I wonder why that is. Either way, I guess there's nothing left to do but watch it. Anytime you're ready, we can load it up.
Hello? Somebody up here? I know you busted the lock on the gate. Bad move, all things considered. A lot easier to fix that than a broken window. There you are. It's alright. It's alright. Don't be afraid. You hungry? Here, I brought you a snack. Pretty good, huh? I'm not much of a sugar bombs guy. What with my teeth. But out here, you take what you can get. Not much of a talker, huh? Well, it's alright. Susan says I'm not much of a listener, so I guess it works out. Susan's my wife, by the way. You'll like her. I think the kid's from the Institute.
What are you saying, John? She's a simp?
Yeah. Would explain a lot.
Okay, so what do we do? We can't just let her stay here. Who knows what she's capable of?
I don't think she's dangerous.
You don't know that.
Well, we should at least give her the night to get her bearings. Find out if she has any family we can contact.
Fine, but only for one night. Then I want her out of here. I'm sorry, but John's not here. He has to work during the day. Yes, it's always been a little lonely with him gone. What's that? You tore your shirt? Well, I suppose it's time we get you out of those rags anyway. Come on, I have something that might be just your size. There, see? Now you're ready for the dance. No, don't cry. Don't cry. It's going to be okay. Look, I thought it over. Maybe this can work. But if you're going to stay here, you'll have to at least tell us your name. You don't have one? I suppose we'll have to give you one then. How do you feel about Darcy?
There's no use hiding.
She's a synth! She'll kill us all! Fucking synth!
Susan? No.
John, promise me. You'll protect our daughter. Promise.
That was tough to watch. But I think I understand him a little better now. And why he did what he did. His wife overcame her fear because she knew her daughter was a synth. She grew to love her, even sacrificed her life for her. And it wouldn't have been possible had she not known the truth. Even watching from a distance, it's almost enough to convince you he was right. And I wasn't even in the machine. Can't imagine what it was like for Chapman. How about you? Feel any different?
I have this burning feeling inside my skull. It's like it's on fire.
Shit. The terminal did say this whole thing was experimental. I'm not exactly Doc Amari, I was just trying to pilot you through it. But on the bright side, Castle's memory explained a lot. It's not crazy to think people are out there taking up his cause. And I think anyone who's inspired by that memory is gonna visit the place that it happened. That house reminds me of some of the homesteads that surround the old Hub City junkyard. Let's see if any squatters have moved in. And if we're lucky, maybe one of them is our castle.
I appreciate the open air, but now might not be the time.
Boxcar? Is that you?
Stairs.
Look at me, Box. You recognize me, don't you?
Box? I don't know any Box. My name is Castle.
No. Your codename's Boxcar. You went in that memory machine and it crossed a few wires, but you're still the same old runner doing drops of Des.
Machine. Yes, the machine. It has my memories. My name is Castle. John Castle.
Fuck. He's gone.
We found her. We found Darcy.
Darcy?
My daughter. We found her. But now we have to protect her. Stop the people who took my wife.
The synth girl's alive? Castle. Listen to me. Do you know where we can find her?
I don't know. Oh, God. She's still at the mayor's. I've gone and left her alone. All alone. If something happens to her, Susan, please forgive me.
The mayor's? You think he means Diamond City or... Shit. I bet he means the shelter. Before the war, there was this shelter the mayor had built in case the nukes got launched. It's fortified, well hidden. That's gotta be it.
You're gonna leave Darcy alone. Starting now.
Whoa, not you two. Come on, champ, stay with me. You're not Castle, not by a long shot. Your kid's name's Sean, remember? And you were married, but not Susan Castle.
You're right. I've got a son, Sean. I lost my husband.
Oh, thank God. Thought we lost you for a second there. And the last thing the Commonwealth needs is someone else occupying that head. But it's my fault for not seeing this coming. The fact that your stories kind of mirror each other might have made you more at risk. Anyways, we gotta find Castle's kid. It's not much further now. But let me know if things start getting wobbly.
present.
You must be terminated.
I suggest only taking what we need. There's so many corpses, and only so many pockets.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Movement detected. Please stand still.
I've not lasted 20 years in this business by losing fights.
Hostile has gone dark.
Utilizing stealth.
Enemy combatant.
I will limit the pain I inflict. I am detecting. I was in error. Cannot remain undetected for long.
Another day, another cat.
Overactive sensors. Nothing more. Sensors need.
Careful. This place is crawling with vermin. And don't think that. I have a sneaking suspicion they aren't alone.
The sensitivity of mind sensors clearly needs adjustment. Engaging an institute synth is foolish. Odd. Combat initiated. Offline.
That's it.
Castle uploaded his memories. And I'd be willing to bet you're the one doing the wipes.
Guilty as charged. But be careful when you're telling up the score. The railroad might not come out ahead.
We do what we have to.
Sure you did. And we've both done enough to where we can be allies. But we don't have to be enemies. You know what we're doing out there. You've seen it. Lived it. All that's left now is to decide. Draw your gun, and we fight. Leave, and we can get on with our work.
What are you...
Yeah, besides getting kids taken by slavers.
That was a fuck-up. No denying it. We were gonna save those kids and send them off to homesteads. But you guys got there first. The difference is, we would have been honest with the families and told them exactly who they were adopting. It was a lost opportunity, to say the least. As for what happens next, it's more of the same. Only now we have the people to deliver the packages on our own. No more relying on outsiders.
And what about Boxcar? And Chaplin?
No one is forced to use the machine. They knew the dangers, just like your friend. The important thing is that they learn the truth. John's truth.
Who are you people?
If you ran the memories, you probably saw me there. Back then, it was just the four of us. We've since expanded. Of course, we all have our reasons for joining this fight. Of all the people I met after turning ghoul, John was the only guy who stuck up for me. The only one who treated me like an equal. When I found out about his cause, I told him about the machine. With a few tweaks, we could make an army. All it takes is one turn in the wash. Johnny Boy does the rest.
This ends now.
She's right. You killed Chaplin, Boxcar, and God knows how many people. We can't let you endanger anyone else.
Well, I guess it's for the best. Truth is, if the wash didn't fix you, you're no good to me anyway. Let's go.
Sure?
Pretty sure. I guess there could be more stragglers out there, but we cut off the head of the snake. Anyways, I'll have one of our tech people disable that machine. Part of me feels bad for doing it. Even now, I still feel Castle's story needs to be told, just not in that way. Either way, I guess we're done here. Still, I can't get over what Boxcar was saying when we found him. He said Darcy was here, as if he saw her. I wonder what he meant by that. Hey, you want to head out again? Just let me know.
Hello. Is someone present?
Hey, sweetie.
Holy crap. It's her. It's Darcy. She hasn't...
Hi.
He must have been using her to help control the others. It also explains why he bailed on all the other scents. And why so many of them were kids. He was after Darcy the whole time. Still not much of a talker, eh? Well, don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Never was good with kids. Luckily, this place is about the safest place to be in the meantime.
Are you sure this is safe?
Well, you can never be 100% sure, but she doesn't look like she wants to move. It might be good to give her some space for the time being. When we get topside, I'll arrange for someone to pick her up and find her a home. Of course, if that's really her and she's really a synth, it'd be best to find parents who won't freak out when she doesn't start getting older. Anyways, point is, she'll be in good hands. But if that Pip-Boy's any indication, still have work to do. Come on, let's go.
It seems like someone forgot to wash their everything.
Hi there. Hi.
Hey, you want to head out again? Just let me know.
Not right now.
Sure, I'll take a rain check then.
Hey, take this. It's not exactly foie gras, but it should sate your appetite.